Let me hold on. I'm just checking the stream here. Hold on. Is it working? Is it working? It's loading on my side here. Hold on. Technical difficulties.
It says live.
We're live? Okay, sorry for the technical difficulties, people. All right, Joe. Round 2. After 3 years of running NerdCage Live. 1 year of doing this contest. 16 subscribers later, we're finally ready to give away an Xbox Series X. But before we do, we have Shaquille Oatmeal of the Round 1 podcast and Fisk Vegas of General Fisk Vegas and Fisk Vegas Blue up in this bitch. And we're going to talk about the best games of each decade. Then we're going to give away the Xbox. That being said, Joe, you know what to do. Give me that countdown.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Get over here! Hi, I'm martial art master Daniel Casino. You know me as the original Johnny Cage, Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Reptile, and Smoke. You are tuning in to NerdCage Live on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. Don't miss an episode or you'll get caged. So let's finish him.
NerdCage Live and gaming are a perfect match.
Shoot the J, Joe.
Okay.
Shoot it!
All right.
Over on NerdCage Live on Twitch, Jay and Joe go live.
Call me Bazooka Joe.
It's all about you.
Kaboom!
Playing both old school and new school games every Tuesday night. Ooh, what a sight!
Jay, stop looking at her face and run.
But she's so beautiful.
So be sure to follow NerdCage Live on Twitch.
Run for your life, Joe. Run for your life, Joe.
Running.
Run faster. Oh no, Joe. The galaxy's doomed because of you.
To scratch your gaming itch.
Oh, nice kick, Joe.
Thank you.
About
Yo, that's diabolical. Wait. Yo!
That's twitch.tv/NerdCage Live.
This is Anthony Marquez, better known as Kung Lao for Mortal Kombat. Make sure to like and subscribe to NerdCage Live. Be there. Us.
Finish him. I am come. Bow to me. Feel the power of Shao Kahn.
That's right, NerdCage Nation. Mark your calendars for Thursday, May 25th at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time as Brian Glenn, the original Shao Kahn for Mortal Kombat 2 and 3. Guest Nerd Live.
Hi, I'm Leah Montalongo, the OG Sindel. Please like, subscribe to NerdCage Live.
Greetings, citizens. You're now trapped in the nerd cage. We hope you have a smashing good time.
You're now about to witness the strength, oh yeah, of geek knowledge. Hello, welcome, that's right. Once again, you are trapped in NerdCage Live. This channel is a celebration of all things pop culture, including the best video game of each decade and the Xbox Series X. Please hit that like button. Please subscribe. Share this everywhere. I'm your co-host, J. St. G, certified geek, 7 days a week, coming to you live from yours truly, the land of the orange, Syracuse, New York. And Joshua on Paper will be here shortly. He's running from work. But you guys know him. He's our moderator. He's our troll hammer. He's stronger than the DK Banana Sama. You can't stop it. You can't crop it. You can't top it. Like a B-52 bomber, he's gonna drop it. He's the NerdCage Live Gaming prophet, born from the atomic seed in the titanium womb. It's Joe from FallenOne Gaming. What's going on, dude?
Dude, what an epic stream we have for you guys tonight with Shaquille Oatmeal and Fisk Vegas.
How you gents doing?
Doing good. Thank you for having me.
Fisk?
You know what time it is.
Absolutely. Okay, I do have a message for NerdCage Nation. I'm just gonna be, I'm gonna be serious for a moment here. I just want to thank everybody who entered the contest. We got a good amount of entries for tonight. We are going to give away the Xbox at the end of the stream, but I just want to say thank you to everybody who stuck by us through all the hard times, all the good times, the thick and thin, the lineup changes, you know, the stream delays, the gaming delays, you know, all the fuck-ups, all the laughs, everything. Seriously, we know who everybody is. Me and Joe, we read the comments. We're up on the Facebook group. We're up on the Twitter. We're up on the Discord. Thank you, everybody, for being there from the jump. And thank you. This Xbox giveaway is a gift to you guys. And if you don't win tonight, please don't get discouraged. We promise you there'll be more giveaways. The more you support us, the more you show up, the more people you bring in, the more we're going to be able to do more giveaways like this one tonight. So again, thank you to everybody. Thank you to our guests, Shaq and Fisk, for helping us do this giveaway tonight. We're really, really excited. We're really hoping that whoever wins tonight, that this Xbox will, like, I want to say change their life. I hope it makes them happier and whatnot. You know, we're proud to give this away. We've never done a giveaway like this. So again, thank you very much. And real quick, if you haven't already, please get yourself a NerdCage Live t-shirt. Again, if you do not have the power and wisdom and courage to talk to women, or guys for that matter, get yourself a Triforce NerdCage Live Gaming shirt. Oh my god, we got more. Check it out. It's too dangerous to go alone. Get this shirt as well. What do we have here? This is our top selling shirt here. The regular with the strength and geek knowledge on the back. Holy shit, guys. For those who like this website here, this is our second most selling shirt. Not for the kids, though. In celebration of Mortal Kombat 12, aka Mortal Kombat 1, and Brian Glenn coming next week, we got this Mortal Kombat arcade marquee. Oh, looks like Josh is here. We got the Mortal Kombat 1 Fatality shirt. We got the Mortal Kombat 2 Fatality shirt. We got the Mortal Kombat 3 Fatality shirt. For you kaiju nerds, we also got this epic, legendary kaiju shirt. Oh my god. And for the fans of the MCU, for those who love the Guardians of the Galaxy, get this shirt. It doesn't matter whether if you're a skinny booty call or a fat fuck. We go from small all the way to 5XL. Big or small, we love them all. Any size, any color. Get yourself a shirt. The money, part of that proceeds goes to us. And come on, they look great, they smell great, they make you look, they fit awesome. Be sure to get yourself a NerdCage Live shirt. All right, so we have these two fantastical guests. Please subscribe to them. The links are in the description. And we're let me bring in Josh because Josh is here. Hold on, let me full screen everybody here. Let me get Josh in, and then once Josh is in, Shaq, I want you to go ahead and plug whatever you want to plug and introduce yourself for those who don't know who you are and stuff. So, hang on here. I just gotta fix this Zoom call. Let me move Joe to the waiting room.
There we go.
I think we are good here. Just waiting for Josh to turn his camera on. All right, Shaq, go ahead, man. Tell everybody what you do.
Hey, man, this isn't about me. This is about a celebration of you guys. So I'm gonna be brief. Just if you like what I say, you've seen me on some previous shows. Just go check the links in the description, and you'll find out more then. Let's make it about NerdCage Live today. Let's celebrate these guys and what they've accomplished in this 3 years you mentioned.
Yes, 3 years.
But like
exactly
Jay
3
said,
years yesterday.
Go and check my stuff in the description if you're interested. If you're so inclined, love to have you.
All right, we appreciate that. Fisk Vegas. Everybody should know who you are, but go ahead, tell everybody what you do. Anything you want to promote, the floor is yours, buddy.
What's good, fellas? This is the hardest voice of sports, Fisk Vegas. You understand me? Go over to my channel, General Fisk. Go over to my channel, Fisk Vegas Blue. Hit the like button, hit that sub button, and hit the notification bell. You understand me? Subscribe to my channels, join this Fisk Unit Army, and get Fisk Unit tough. Okay? The Fisk Unit Army wants you. So go recruit. Go enlist. I'm not playing with y'all. Just because we on NerdCage don't mean I won't come through your screen like Freddy Krueger and do you bodily harm, but my sub count don't go up. Alright? Yeah, get up on
you guys want a good laugh. Check out Fisk Vegas' streams and his podcast. My God. Some of the shit that comes out of your mouth, Fisk, I'll be laughing for days, man. If you guys want a good laugh, I'm telling you, Fisk Vegas. And let me tell you something. For you young men out there, you 16, 17, 18, 19, 20-year-olds out there, man, if you want some good, manly advice from a man who's seen it all, you're going to get some gold nuggets from Fisk Vegas every now and then, let me tell you.
I'm trying to save y'all, you know what I'm saying? Every now and again, I gotta give y'all the game, give y'all some gems. I don't give y'all too much though, because I don't want to get shadow banned. You know what I'm saying? You two don't like when, the algorithm don't like when men teach men how to be men. So, I ain't gonna give you too much, but I'm gonna get you right. You know what I'm saying? Once a week, I might drop a gem or two, help you get a girl, help you, you know what I'm saying, make some money. I do what I can.
Hey man, like I said, if I was like a young teenager, it would be, you are a great role model, We need more role models like Fisk. So again, what's really cool is not only that Fisk is like a sports enthused, but maybe not everybody knows he's just as much of a nerd as we are. And this is going to be a fun discussion. Josh of On Paper is here. Josh, anything you want to promote, man, the floor is yours, buddy.
Nah, I'm good. Can you hear me? Everything's good?
Yes, everything's good. Everything's
man.
good. You look electrifying, man. We're excited to have you back.
Let's get into it, brother. Let's do it.
Perfect timing. All right. Joe, before we get started, let everybody know what's going on tomorrow and just coming off the Mortal Kombat 12 announcement. Mortal Kombat 1 announcement today. Joe, let them know what's going on tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow we go back to Mortal Kombat 11 Aftermath.
Abso-freaking-lutely. And Tuesday, right?
Yes, Tuesday we go back to Metroid Prime Remastered.
And of course, in preparation for Joe, let them know what's going on next Thursday.
Yes, next Thursday, Brian Glynn, the original Shao Kahn himself, will grace us with his presence. Yes. So get your questions ready.
Yes, so next Thursday, the original Shao Kahn will be here for a live Q&A. Be there, have your questions ready. We're excited. Again, with Mortal Kombat 12 being announced today, timing couldn't have been any better. And finally, if you haven't already, please check out Joe and I unbox Zelda Tears of the Kingdom Collector's Edition for your viewing pleasure. All right. We're ready. Oh, Joe, plug in social media and we'll get started with the discussion.
All right, if you want to get us on Twitter or Instagram, both handles are at nerd_cage. Our link to our Discord is in the description, so become a member there as well. And our Facebook discussion group that is NerdCage Nation. We love everything you guys put up there. No spoilers, no politics, and for God's sakes, keep it civil.
Well said, well said. So for those who are not familiar with this format, if you guys are coming from the Round 1 podcast, if you're coming from Fisk Vegas, or if you're here for the Xbox giveaway, what we're going to do tonight is we're going to go around in a circle. We're going to each name one video game, what we think is the best video game of each decade, and after that person names their game, they're going to defend it, and then we're all going to either agree or argue or otherwise, and then we're on to the next person. Then once we make the full circle, we're going to go on to the next decade. So 80s, 90s, 2000s, and 2010s. So we're going to start with Shaq to Fisk to Josh to Joe, and then to me. So all right, so without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, the best video game of each decade started with the 80s. So Shaq, what do you think is the best video game of the 1980s? The floor is yours, buddy.
There's so many to choose from. But I think the most influential, the most impactful, and one of the greatest games of that entire decade is the original Super Mario Brothers.
Excellent pick, excellent pick. I am not gonna knock that. I don't know how you guys feel, but I would say the main argument for that one, it's the video game that saved the video game industry. So anybody want to debunk that, or anybody think, what do you guys think?
Well, I just have a question that's, what if we have the exact same answer? Because that's the case. That's the case. Yeah. Because that was my pick, you know.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of these might be the same.
No, I have a couple that might differ.
Begin the latter years.
But this one is. It's hard to pick one that isn't Mario Brothers.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking about it. I was gonna say like Tetris or one of those, but
yeah.
I can't, because Mario Brothers is so much more important, and I see the look on Jay's face. We're
forgetting the 70s, man. We're forgetting Pong, Space Invaders.
Well, I was gonna say,
I think
like,
that
we kind of
was
skipped over the
78, but they were impactful in the 80s.
Yeah.
Oh, we're talking about the 70s? No, we're just talking about
We're in the 80s.
No, we're going with the 80s. We're starting with the 80s, because video games was barely a thing in the 70s. Fisk Vegas, are you gonna body somebody?
Oh, you listen. You know I got the Fisk unit typewriter on deck at all time. Check this out, right? Mm-hmm. I'm gonna keep this simple. When I think of the 80s, I gotta think of video games that people who don't like video games played. So I'm gonna go with Pac-Man, because I remember being a kid and my aunts and uncles will play Pac-Man. They don't like video games, but they sat down and play Pac-Man. I go to the laundromat, I see Pac-Man. I go to the corner store, I see Pac-Man. I ain't never seen no Mario when I went to get the cold cuts. I never saw Mario when I went to do the laundry. But Miss Pac-Man was everywhere. Womp, 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 womp. Everybody wanted to womp, womp, womp like Pac-Man. I gotta go with Miss Pac-Man. Miss Pac-Man was lit. Going through, seeing the different color boards and going with Pac-Man.
I'm loving the chat right now. They're throwing so many names out there.
Shout out to all the fat, overweight plumbers out there who want to be like Mario, though. He was real inspirational for y'all.
Yeah.
Show some love for that.
And his brother. Shout out to my mom, Lisa. Love you. The queen of Pac-Man. Like, I used to watch her because I have a young mother, so I used to watch her in the arcade, like, tear it up, and I was like, man, I wish I could be as good as her.
Yes, women love Pac-Man.
She still got it. Like, we were playing like years ago.
Pac-Man.
Yeah, hell yeah.
All right, Josh, we already know your pick, but is there anything you want to add to the argument and strengthen it?
Just to ape off of what you said, because you mentioned the 70s, after E.T. and all the failure that had happened, where I guess I wasn't even alive back then, but video game, I'm not even that old. Damn, dude. So I missed all the failure of video games. I probably wouldn't have known about, any video games. I wouldn't be playing Nintendo if it wasn't for Mario Brothers or any of that. You know what I mean? So the fact that it did save the industry that was dying is key. I give it props to both, probably Pac-Man and Mario Brothers for that.
Joe, you're
a lot of deserving games.
Quiet right now, so I got.
I was gathering my thoughts.
Okay.
But, dude, I can respect the hell out of Pac-Man. But I do have to say that Super Mario Brothers was quite literally what brought video games home for everyone.
Okay.
This was the first biggest home console game that we had to date, and it's still alive today. It just spawned one of the highest grossing movies. So I have to give it to Mario.
I would say Pac-Man started in the arcade, right? It was more because I've seen part of the documentary of that. Okay, all right. So maybe that spawned the arcade scene. You know what I mean? Maybe that got it a little bit more hyped.
Okay, I gotta step in here because I'm seeing some smart asses in the chat. I'm with Fisk Vegas here. Okay, I had two choices. I was either going to go with the video game that saved video games, or the game that put video games and put arcades on the map, and it was Pac-Man. And you know what? Want to know something, guys? The reason why I was conceived by my parents was Pac-Man. Pac-Man was everything in the early 80s. All right?
Ladies love Pac-Man, baby.
Listen, Pac-Man crawled and munched so Mario could run, okay? I'm telling you, it's Pac-Man. Pac-Man is the best game of the 80s.
If we're going on conception, you're gonna be proud of this because I was conceived because of Zelda.
Wow.
Hold on, I got a sound effect for you, Joe. If Joe's parents are in here, that was the noise that was made when the atomic seed went into the titanium womb.
Nice.
Yo, I'm telling you, Pac-Man. It was hard. It was either Mario or Pac-Man. I went with Pac-Man.
Nobody will hate either of those. You can't hate on either of those. When we get to the 90s and 2000s, that's what we'll save the hate for.
Okay, so that being said, are we ready to move on to the 90s?
Yes, I do have a disclaimer for everybody, though. My picks are based on extreme game changers.
Okay. Mine too. Same thing. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm loving what the chat's saying, and we got 3 guys here for Mario and 2 guys here for Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man. So we got 2 Pac-Mans and 3 Mario. So there you go.
Miss Pac-Man and Pac-Man, they're the same game.
It's the same game.
Yeah, it's just Pac-Man. Yeah. Just fucking, whatever. Junior, it's the same shit. Yeah.
I didn't know there was a difference.
No, there's not. It's
just Miss Pac-Man, the mazes changed. Mazes didn't change.
I don't know. Okay, I'm not.
Yeah. Like I said, I come from a Pac-Man family, so.
Okay.
All right, so now we're moving on to what I think was the best decade across everything. The 90s was like the best time for music, the best time for movies, the best time for video games, the best time for TV shows and cartoons and.
It was our renaissance.
It was, the 90s, man. The 90s just hit different. That being said, Shaquille Oatmeal of the Round 1 podcast, what is your pick of the best video game of the 1990s?
This was tough. I had like 5 games that I wanted to mention, because I think they were all really important to pushing the genre forward, especially in the 90s, throughout the 90s. But I think the best game of the 90s was probably Final Fantasy VII, I would have to say.
Oh, I love it.
It made JRPGs kind of popular in the West. It sold a lot of PlayStations. people who never played JRPGs or even RPGs in general were buying PlayStations and playing Final Fantasy VII. It was like a phenomenon for the time that it came out. It's to this day, I think, still one of the best games ever made.
Woo!
But there's a lot of deserving candidates of the 90s.
Man, that's a good pick. I can't argue that. That's definitely not my pick, but I can't argue that. I don't know how everybody else feels.
I was never a Final Fantasy fan. I'm sorry. I remember on PS2, what was it, Final Fantasy X? It came out like 2001, and they commercial play like all freaking day.
Yeah.
The dang old Final Fantasy. Listen, I need to be able to put my work in manually, like Devil May Cry and God of War. I need to be able to manually put my work in. Me pressing a button and watching them do something, nah, can't do it.
That turn-based isn't for everybody.
Yeah, I couldn't get into
it. It initially wasn't, but now in my adult years, I'm catching up and I'm getting more a little into turn-based. And we've gone back and forth about Final Fantasy on the show, how maybe it didn't age graphically, but you know what I mean? It's so important for the PlayStation's life cycle, even though I think there were other PlayStation games that were more important to launch it, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of gonna echo what Josh said. Like, it's not a bad pick. I just don't think, because of JRPGs and like turn-based RPGs, it's not for everyone, which is why I wouldn't have picked it. But I totally understand where Shaq's coming from. But it didn't even cross my mind. It's like when I think 90s, I don't exactly think Final Fantasy. That's just me. Shaq, don't like execute me for that.
Yeah. However, I know some people don't like turn-based games, but the game itself was masterful in its story. And if you are willing to give it another chance, I say play the remake, because they have free flow combat in that rather than turn-based combat.
Okay. All right, Fisk Vegas, man, what do you got for the best game of the 1990s? And I know you're a diehard 90s person too.
All right, so here's the deal. All right, I'm gonna give my honorable mention to Metal Gear Solid 1, okay, on PS1, because when we had to unplug the controller to beat Psycho Mantis, that was different. I mean, that was legendary. That really was. But you're gonna get a trend from me. I'm not gonna pick any single player games as the best game of the decade.
Okay.
You can't. I feel like if you can't enjoy with people, it can't be the best game. So I had a hard choice, and I'm not gonna go GoldenEye. I was gonna go GoldenEye.
Oh, okay.
And I was gonna go GoldenEye, but about 5 minutes ago, I changed my mind.
Okay.
Because Jay just reminded me how lit the 90s was, and I'm like, you know what? The only thing I cared about in the 90s was the NWO. The only thing I cared about in the 90s was telling people to know their role and shut their mouth.
Okay.
That's all I cared about.
All right.
So the best game of the 90s is WCW NWO Revenge on the N64.
What?
Okay.
What?
You got 4 controllers. You got your 4 homeboys at the crib, and we got busy. That's what we did. We used to play wrestling all night long. We used to play the Fatal 4-Ways. We used to have the tag team matches. That's what we did on the weekends. Me and the boys got together, and we played WCW, Hulk Hogan, Kevin Nash, freaking my man Disco Inferno with the knockoff Stone Cold Stone.
Ric Flair.
Scott, if you are in the chat, I'll never forget your bachelor party. We played that game at your bachelor party.
Them were the good old days. Now, granted, the best one was No Mercy, but that's in the 2000s. But for the 90s, you know what I'm saying? 90s, we got to go with WCW NWO Revenge. That game, I could still play that game. If I had an N64 right now, bad graphics and all, I will still play that game.
Wow, dude, I'm loving these picks. Both of these picks so far just came out of left field. I don't know. So what do you guys think about Joe? You're a wrestling guy. I want to hear your thoughts. Joe, what do you got?
It was a very impactful game. I will give it that. I just wasn't super into wrestling until No Mercy came out. So
No Mercy was legendary. Oh,
it
was.
See, I was more of a WWF guy, so for me, D-Generation X, I got Warzone first. That being
I
said,
remember
though,
Warzone.
but
I
that
remember
being
Warzone,
said,
yes.
I'm gonna agree with Fisk, even though my nostalgia with. Well, no, not totally, because I didn't.
Not totally.
But as far as like for wrestling games, yeah, I also had what the hell was it? Mayhem that came later too, but yeah, I think that the THQ came and destroyed the war zones and the Acclaim games. It just had better feel, more customization, and. I talked about this not too long ago about games that had aged well. We talked about like those old wrestling games. I love them, Yeah.
Dude, I love it. All right, that being said, Josh, what's your pick for the 90s?
Oh, that's it. But Jay, what do you're
I mean, like I said, that was just out of left field. I mean,
all right, well, I have one. If you want me to change it, I'll change it. But I have one way out of like, not even in the same stadium. It's not even.
I think we're all gonna have different picks here.
Throw it on us.
I have to, I have to say 1993, a game that changed my life. Even though I wasn't playing back then, it took me a little while. Magic the Gathering. To me, Magic the Gathering.
Go back to the roots.
Absolutely. I don't know if that's fair. I know, it's a card game, spawned other video games, but talk about changing a genre and setting up, the building blocks for what became Yu-Gi-Oh!, Pokemon, everything else. Magic the Gathering to me is the best game I've ever played in my life. So since that's the game of the 90s, that's what I'd pick. Unless you want me to change it to a video game.
All right,
you know what?
Okay, we'll let you keep that, but what's your video game?
I would say Tomb Raider. Yeah. I would say Tomb Raider was more important to the PlayStation than
Whoa.
Yeah, without a doubt. Because I think more PlayStations were sold on the back of Lara, or on the chest of Lara Croft.
I remember like Lara Croft being like the hottest shit ever. Like, yo.
That was why I bought a PlayStation. I'm not gonna lie, it was back then. And obviously with what she came, the whole era. But I'm not against Final Fantasy either, though. I mean, these are all great picks. But I think Tomb Raider is just a little bit more important.
My only thing about my counter argument to you, Josh,
okay,
was Lara Croft the reason? I would argue Crash Bandicoot was the game, because Crash Bandicoot was out there with his suit and his megaphone talking shit to Nintendo.
Yeah.
I mean, wasn't Lara Croft? I mean, I could argue that.
Yeah, I think you're preaching in the wrong choir, because I didn't give a shit about Crash. I still don't really like Crash Bandicoot.
But I will say Lara Croft, she wasn't the first. I mean, Samus will always be like the queen of like female protagonists, because she kicked it off, but Lara Croft did take it to the next level, and she did kind of, we were all like adolescent 13-year-olds.
I was gonna say
Joe's memory card, yes, the Lara Croft memory card.
Last time I did get away with throwing the monkey wrench in. I threw in the Virtual Boy or whatever in Target Games. So I was like, let me see if I can throw magic in there, but I don't know.
No. I understand your argument, Josh. I just feel like it was Crash Bandicoot if you're going to pick any place. Okay, you got everyone else is quiet. What do you guys think about Josh's pick?
I agree. Tomb Raider was a very influential thing back then. It kind of still is in its own way. But, it's the first time we got pixelated nudity, pretty much, for the most part.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I'm fine with it, too.
Okay. Joe of FallenOne Gaming. I think I already know what your pick is, but I want to hear it. I want to hear what
everybody knows me so well. I have to go back to my roots on this, and I have to give it to the OG Resident Evil.
Why am I not surprised?
I was gonna guess if you would have put money.
That changed the game forever and started survival horror. I have to give it to that. Bad voice acting and all.
I'm gonna say this though, Joe. I don't think the '90s was the best decade for Resident Evil. I mean, it may have kicked it off, but you could argue.
Well, it does have two of them. It was really hard for me not to say two.
Yeah.
But I do have the OG started it, so I had to go with the OG.
That's fair, but again, that's interesting because we have 3 people picking PlayStation games. We got Shaq with Final Fantasy VII, Josh with Tomb Raider, and Joe with Resident Evil. So we got 3 PlayStation games, 32-bit era. All right, what do you guys think about Resident Evil?
I was gonna pick a computer game, but
Ultima or some shit. What was it in the 90s? I'm sorry. Say your computer game. I know that is true.
I know.
I was gonna pick Half-Life.
I thought you were gonna say.
It was Half-Life or Doom.
Doom definitely. Half-Life. I don't know if anybody gave a shit about that back then. Doom definitely though. Doom that's a good choice too. Wow.
Okay. All right. I guess I'll make my pick. Okay. So I thought about this long and hard. This should come to no surprise to anybody. I actually was gonna pick Doom. I almost did pick Doom. I almost did pick Doom. Solely for the reason that it kick-started the first-person genre, but or you could argue Wolfenstein, but I'm not gonna pick Doom, and guys gonna kill me because I didn't pick Mario for the '80s. But my pick for the '90s is Super Mario World.
Super Mario World.
Now here's why.
Okay.
I feel like even though Super Mario Bros. In the '80s kick-started it saved the video game industry in the 80s, and it kickstarted the side-scrolling genre to the next level. But Super Mario World perfected it and brought us the 16-bit era, which is, I think, the best era of video games ever. So that being said, the best game of the 90s is Super Mario World, and Super Mario World had a reign. That game dominated for half of the decade. That game dominated the Super Nintendo.
Hold on, time out.
What's up, Fisk?
I intentionally left this game off thinking Jay was gonna go there, but he didn't do it. So you mean to tell me we got 1, 2, 3, 5 OGs on the panel right now?
Yeah.
And not one Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat mentioned for the best game in the 90s? No Street Fighter 2 or Mortal Kombat.
I thought Jay was going to go in that direction.
Listen,
I just knew Jay was going to say.
Your card is revoked.
I'm the resident Renaissance fighting game player. I play all the Guilty Gear, Street Fighter. I love it, but I'm trying to be unbiased with this a little bit.
That's just it. I'm trying to be unbiased too,
and fighting games are niche, and I'm well aware of it.
If we were talking best fighting game of the '90s, without a doubt, I probably would have picked Mortal Kombat 2 or
and I would have picked Street Fighter.
It's all right. Street Fighter?
Yeah, I would have picked Street Fighter 2 because I'm a Street Fighter.
I was going Street Fighter Alpha 3. Alpha 3 was the best one. Street Fighter Alpha 3 on PS2.
Okay. But you gotta understand. Again, I know it's a side-scroller game, but again, Super Mario World perfected it. It's the best Mario game ever made. And like I said, it kickstarted the Super Nintendo, and like I said, it reigned for half the decade. It wasn't until the PlayStation, it really wasn't, like I said, it wasn't until when the PlayStation came out where people shifted. But I'm telling you, it was Super Mario, Super Mario World is arguably the best Mario game of all time. And if you look at the best video game list from all the websites, Super Mario World is up there in like the top 10.
I'm surprised. I thought you were going to say 64.
No.
Okay,
Super Mario 64 was nowhere near the gem that Super Mario World is.
Okay.
Super Mario World has aged beautifully. I'm telling you, that's my pick.
One more honorable mention.
Yes.
I feel guilty if we don't bring it up.
Okay.
Shout out to Sonic the Hedgehog. That same
Oh,
yeah.
All right, I hate Sonic, and I've said this many times. I hate the character Sonic. I hate the game Sonic. I hate the movie Sonic.
I hate the Sonic
because he's a blue Mario. It's like, we need to shove somebody in there, and for the kids.
No, but yeah, the rings and everything. What's all different?
Oh my god! I already said this. If I could go back in time, I'd beg my mom for a Super Nintendo instead of a Sega.
Oh wow!
It sucks.
I see where Fisk is coming from. I just feel like Super Mario World just like I don't think any of the first 3 Sonic, as great as the first 3 Sonic games were, they don't come close to Super Mario World. Joe, Joe, did we not have the time of our life playing it on Twitch a couple years ago?
We did.
We did.
I just want to say a lot of us had PlayStation games because in the 90s, like, PlayStation was the most important console to get us to that next generation. Like, not really money. Yeah. I didn't have a Sega Saturn. I had a Dreamcast, but compared to
Dreamcast came at the tail end of the decade, so that
was the end of the decade, right? Yeah.
But so we got 3 PlayStation games, a Super Nintendo, and a Nintendo 64 game. So I can see the trend here, guys. Like even though we all had different games, but we had 3 PlayStation games. So again, this is fun. This is fun.
I gotta correct myself. I said something. I made a mistake. I said the best fighting game of the 2000s was Alpha 3. I'm wrong. The best fighting game of the 2000s was actually Tekken 3. Shout out to Tekken 3.
Sure, Tekken 3 is good.
Dude, I'm loving the chat here. Like, wow, you guys are coming with good ones. And Zoomzilla, Super Metroid's my favorite video game of all time. But if I'm being unbiased, I just feel like, and Fisk said it best. He's like, I gotta pick a 2-player game. So that's like I said, Super Mario World is a great 2-player game, and like again, every Mario game that's come out since, and I'm talking 2D and 3D, I just feel like, Super Mario World was just next level. So now I feel like this next decade, 2000s, I think is going to be the most difficult. And I had to think long and hard on mine. I changed my mind several times on this one. So I can't wait to see what everybody's pick is for the 2000s here. Whoa, we're flying, by the way. So that being said, Shaq, kick it off. What was the best game of the 2000s?
This was also a hard choice. I have a bunch of games written down on this list, but I think I'm going to go with my personal favorite of this bunch of games that I think was the most important series of the 2000s.
Okay.
And my favorite game in that series was Grand Theft Auto Vice City.
Wow!
Ooh!
I think the Grand Theft Auto series is one of the most popular series, if not the most popular series, probably in gaming right now.
I was gonna say San Andreas. San Andreas to me was the shit. I mean, was that 2000s though?
Yeah, that was 2004. San Andreas. Hot coffee. I still got the original.
Yeah.
I can't argue that. My only argument to Shaq would be, okay, are you sure it was Vice City? Because I would argue the Grand Theft Auto 3. I would argue Grand Theft Auto 3 over Vice City.
I think Grand Theft Auto 3 started it, but there was a lot of things like in terms of like you couldn't control the camera. The camera was like almost like a fixed camera. There was a silent protagonist. Like it was still like very like primitive with like its controls and things like that. And I feel like Vice City is where it like kind of figured it out, and it was like, okay, this is what we need to do. And then San Andreas like took all that stuff that Vice City perfected, and then like did it with like a whole different lens.
Yeah, I'm not hating on Vice City. I like Vice City too. I'm just saying,
to be fair, 3 was the first time they got away from the top down view.
Yeah, top down. Yeah.
My gun was very loud. My gun was very loud in 3. I take offense to you saying he was silent. That gun spoke by you.
All right, Fisk, what's your pick?
Oh, this is easy. This was the easiest one
Really?
I didn't even have to think about this. This is greatest multiplayer game I've ever played.
I know exactly what you're gonna say.
And I have
Gears
a feeling
of War 1.
Wow.
Gears of War 1. That was the funnest 2 years of my life.
Never mind.
Okay.
The
I love
greatest
it.
multiplayer shooter ever. The first Gears of War. You can't replicate that. It was the perfect combination of tactical team play, but one-on-one skill. Because remember, it was 4v4, and you had to kill everybody one by one each round. So you could be down to like 1 versus 4, 3 versus 1, and you could be tactical where you picked your opponent off.
And no respawn.
There was no respawn. It was round based. It was round by round. And each round you had to kill all 4 people. it was different, and it was so 1v1 based, but it was tactical team play at the same time. It was beautiful, and it just, some of the greatest gaming memories of my life was from 06 to 08, just being, my junior year, 06, I was working a game, no, it was EB, because I don't think GameStop had bought EB yet, so it was still called EB. And I remember getting the game. I still have friends to this day I met on freaking Gears of War 1, man. And
wow,
that was just the game, man. 16-16 Raven down, going to Gridlock, going to Tyroo Station, getting the torque bow. I mean, the sniper, down the people with the sniper.
Everybody rush boom.
Yes, everybody rush boom. Yes, like those were the days. Like, I remember, like, you always had to have a good sniper on your team. Nothing beat having a good sniper, getting the active reload down in the guy, so the crew could go gang bang him or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? As the ultimate disrespect. Gears of War was very disrespectful. Every great multiplayer game has to be disrespectful. It was very disrespectful. I miss it.
I thought you were gonna say Modern Warfare 2.
No, Call of Duty. Here's the thing with Call of Duty, right? It doesn't have the same. What I liked about Gears of War, this and no other shooters replicate it, it's that one-on-one, I'm that guy feel of invincibility. Like, these modern warfares and stuff like that, it's too much action. It's not enough strategy.
It was intimate.
It was, yes, Gears of War was very intimate. And it's just the way you moved in Gears of War, and you had to listen to things because you could hear the locusts when they ran, so you had to pay attention. It was just one of a kind, and I feel like when they made Gears of War 2, they tried to be more like a Call of Duty or a Halo.
Yeah, you are exactly right. I was so let down. Gears of War 2, in my opinion, had the best campaign, but I hate it when they changed the multiplayer. I was let down.
They killed it, and I was like, one of the greatest games of my life got ruined because they wanted to copy Halo. I'm like, no, let Halo be Halo.
Yeah.
No, you're exactly right. You're exactly right. That was such a letdown. At least Gears of War 3 kind of went back to it, but it was never the same after Gears of War 1.
Facts.
Yes. No, I can't argue. I mean, you could argue Call of Duty, but man, that's a good pick, Fisk, because that's actually one of my favorite games ever. It's actually in my top 20 favorite games of all time, and like, oh man, actually no, it's my top 10. Actually, it's my top 10. But like, yeah, I mean, you make a good point, and I can understand where you're coming from. That time where we were going with those one-on-ones, you know, it did hit different. I just don't.
That was the
my
only
only argument to you would just be like, I don't know if that was pop culturally as impactful as other multiplayer games out there around that time.
Yeah.
That's not saying
the
it wasn't the best. I'm just saying, as far as if I'm looking from the outside looking in, you could argue there's a lot of other games that you know, like Halo 2, Call of Duty, etc.
Yeah, but that's the thing, Jay. They ruined the second one. Notice you said Halo 2. They ruined it. If Gears of War 2 would have just built upon Gears of War 1, it would have had that impact.
Yeah.
But they ruined Gears of War 2. Gears of War 2 was supposed to be the one they took it to the next level and had that impact like a Halo 2 did.
Are you talking about story-wise or mechanics-wise?
No, it's just the format.
So mechanics. Okay.
It's the gameplay format.
Okay.
Yeah, that kill, that round base kill all four of your opponents thing. It can't be topped. Then because it was so intimate and it required a different kind of skill.
I'm sorry, you said that. You said that it was multiplayer that you played. You didn't go through the campaign though, or you didn't give a shit.
I beat the campaign on the first one because, you know, back in the days you wanted. What did Xbox have? Gamer Score or something like that?
Yeah.
And everybody took pride in getting achievements and everything?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I did beat the campaign, but...
Yeah.
You didn't give a shit. You weren't invested in the story.
I ain't give a damn. Give me the achievements, and I was good. I just wanted to get my achievements. After we got the achievements, it was back to campaign. I mean, back to multiplayer.
Yeah.
All right. Well said. So, Josh, go ahead. Your pick for the best game of the 2000s.
I just want to say something about that. Yeah, I don't think that people gave a shit about stories like that until like later on. Like, you know, like the Halo, like the lore. Maybe I'm wrong, but my pick though is a game that changed people's lives, people's souls. You know, I watched people's lives fall apart playing this game, but mine didn't, because I stopped playing after I reached level 45. World of Warcraft is
I knew someone was gonna pick it. I knew someone was gonna
well,
say
it has to be picked because it's just, you want to talk about a genre-changing, genre-flipping game that literally, like, you know, defined like the decade for a lot of people, and I know a lot of people that would agree. I remember going out there to the Burning Crusade release, midnight, seeing like the line all the way to the back, people camping out, waiting so that they can play World of Warcraft for another 12, 15 hours, 16 hours of their life, you know, and I think some people died playing World of Warcraft, like coffee shops. Isn't there a story about that? You know, so
they played too long.
I gave up. I was like, you know what? This is an entire lifestyle. I like the game. I got to move on. I got to go do something else with my life. But definitely the best game of the decade.
Okay, I have no argument to that because I knew someone here was going to pick that game.
Yeah.
And I mean, you got the South Park. You got Henry Cavill almost missing the phone call for Superman because of World of Warcraft. You got like celebrities and porn stars all playing World of Warcraft. You got
my former friend who shall remain nameless. The reason why I said something about soul, like losing your soul. This kid, who again shall remain nameless, played World of Warcraft so much that he like was in the fetal position with his rosary beads. I remember I went to his house, and I'm not even making this up. He was in the fetal position with his rosary beads, praying, and like, I have to quit. I have to leave. I have to quit playing this game.
I mean, South Park nailed it. Like they all got fat, and they were pooping on their computer chairs. You know,
totally.
Like I get it. I have no argument here. I literally have no argument. Unless anyone else wants to argue, I have no argument for that.
I mean, we can talk about the mechanics too. Shaq and I, cause we both played it, but the actual game is like really, really good too.
Oh yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Anybody
it's
have
easy to see why people got addicted to it.
Supplement to that.
Shaq, man. Shaq, tell him about it. Tell him about it, brother.
It's just easy to see why people got addicted to it. You know, the from like every aspect of the game, the whole like PvE, the questing, everything. Like you could just get lost in the world, and like you'd see so much like funny, stupid stuff happening on there when you go into like big servers and stuff.
Yeah,
it was definitely a great game.
You pick your poison. Do you want to do 2v2? Do you want to go on raids? Do you want to level up your guy? Like there's so many things to do. Joe, you weren't a World of Warcraft guy?
No.
He stayed away. Fisk?
Never played it.
All right, man. You guys were smart.
Yeah, I was gonna say I can't picture Fisk. Fisk doesn't roll like that.
The most addictive single-player game I played in the 2000s would have been one of the Elder Scrolls, probably like Oblivion or something.
Yeah, Morrowind was my second choice. Morrowind or Oblivion was my second choice.
All right.
Shout out to those games, by the way. I don't know. Now that I look back on it, I used to play Oblivion for like 8 hours. It felt like 30 minutes. And going around doing sneaky missions for thieves and shit. Clapping at random people, trying to going back to caves to get rewards and shit. Shout out to Oblivion. That man was lit.
Okay. Joe, your pick for the best game of the 2000s.
So I had to go with this because it's the only game that's been able to dethrone and take me away from PlayStation. It's the reason I bought an Xbox. And it's the game that changed multiplayer forever. Well, actually, I can't say that. It started Xbox Live. We'll say that. And I know you're going to think I'm saying Halo 2. I'm actually saying the original Halo Combat Evolved. Just because of the fact that, you know, that game, when it first came out, was so impactful and had such a compelling story, and just its Master Chief's debut, it no holds barred.
And he's trying to promote a giveaway tonight.
Exactly.
Listen, I'm going to say this though. I will say this. Do we to add to Joe's argument here? Do we have Xbox today if we didn't have Halo.
No.
Neither Mario or Microsoft. No.
I was gonna say he's the Lara Croft of same thing, like the poster
So
child.
Joe's got a good point. Like it defined an entire game console. You know.
Yeah, easily.
So that's a good argument. And I have no counter argument.
PS2.
I would counter
PS2
argument
had
Halo
was
2.
SOCOM.
If anything, I'd counter argument Halo 2.
I think Halo 2 is superior. I'll agree with that, but I did have to give it to Halo for putting it on the map.
I challenge anybody else here to name an Xbox game that it was even close, like, to put it on the map. Like, that was, you had Halo and, like, I don't even know. I can't even think of one.
Halo was a phenomenon.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it was play stupid SOCOM or play Halo. It wasn't close. Because all PS2 had was SOCOM. It's like, we not rocking with this. We not rocking with SOCOM, man.
Man, we all went in different directions. I mean, we had 2 Xbox games, and then we got a Grand Theft Auto and World of Warcraft. So, here's where I come in, and again, I'm not necessarily a fan of this game. I mean, I was, but I tapped out real quick. And it needs to be said. Now, I feel like you're gonna see a weird trend here. Okay, so obviously I picked Pac-Man in the 80s, and I didn't pick Mario, but I picked Super Mario World in the 90s over Doom. In this same kind of realm here, where yes, Doom really kickstarted the first-person shooter, and then I feel like GoldenEye was like the next step. But the next step after that perfected modern-day shooting. And it's Call of Duty 4. Call of Duty 4 changed everything. Call of Duty 4 came out of nowhere. After Call of Duty 1, 2, and 3 was World War II, they went to the Modern Warfare, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, and it was online play. And yes, I think Modern Warfare 2 was better, but it was Modern Warfare 1. The original Call of Duty 4 kickstarted everything and perfected what Doom and GoldenEye started as far as realistic first-person shooters. So my pick is Call of Duty 4 for the decade of the 2000s. I will never forget when I was 20 in my very first apartment. I had the Xbox 360, and one of the first games I ever got was Call of Duty 4 because I was floored by it, and I had to have it. So, and I just remember me and my roommate staying up late through the night playing online Call of Duty 4. It was different. It's talking shit. That was it. All the talking shit, all the craziness. Man, I'm telling you, Call of Duty 4, it's not, again, I tapped out of these games. But if I'm being unbiased here, I'm telling you, Call of Duty 4 defined that decade, in my opinion.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Before you transition to the 2010s.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
This is tough, and I honestly don't have the answer. I really don't.
Okay.
What game was more important to video games as a whole? I'm not going just the first one, because obviously Halo 2 was superior, but I'm gonna say this: they both. Which one was bigger, Grand Theft Auto 3 or Halo 1? Which had the bigger impact?
Oh man.
Well, I'm
gonna say Halo simply for the fact that it was more universal for people to pick up and play.
I mean, it was multiplayer, but like.
Yeah, but the thing is, Grand Theft Auto 3 had some controversy. It was mature, whereas Halo, I think, was teen. And I think there was more people.
Was mature, I think.
I feel like more people played Halo over. I feel like more people played Halo than Grand Theft. I mean, both were fucking big. Joe, you
more people owned the PlayStation though. Remember, like, didn't PS2 sell
like
100 million?
GTA took some time to actually warm up to people.
I guess less people.
Halo was kind of warm right off the bat.
Yeah, Halo was an overnight phenomenon, really.
Because, like, if you think, like, I think Grand Theft Auto 3 with the open world stuff, like what we got Crackdown, Saints Row. They started trying to do more games. I just feel like Grand Theft Auto created a whole new genre, whereas Halo really, you know, we had GoldenEye, we had Doom, Perfect Dark was okay on N64. Like we had other shooters. But
but when Halo came out, then we got then we got Titanfall, Metroid Prime. We got like you know, other like space shooter games. I mean, look at Dead Space. Like, you're trying to tell me if to counter what you just said, like, I mean, yeah, there was other Grand Theft Auto ripoffs, but there's been other Halo ripoffs too.
But you know, like, the conversation we're having is just like, that was the difference between Xbox and PlayStation, though. Because if you look at PlayStation, we had Metal Gear, Final Fantasy, Devil May Cry, and Grand Theft Auto.
God of War.
The same winter. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, God of War came later, but I'm just thinking of like that 2001, 2002 era. It was like Xbox had the great multiplayer games, but PlayStation was where all the good single player stuff was.
Fisk, you didn't mention Scarface in the game.
Shout out to Scarface. Yeah, shout out
that
to
was
Scarface.
good.
I forgot about that.
I always saw it, never played it.
Oh my God, it was
The Godfather
great.
got a game too. Godfather got a game.
Sopranos got a game. Sopranos.
Yeah, but dude, the Scarface was legitimately good.
Yeah, I remember.
It's hard to compare the two. It's hard to compare Halo with GTA because GTA, they both did some really impactful stuff. GTA was like the beginning for open world. So you didn't have to play mission to mission to mission. You could actually explore. Whereas Halo kind of initiated campaigns. You know, we had campaigns before that, but this is what actually brought it to life and did it right. So they both did different things as best as they could.
That freaking Halo background music, man.
Oh, I know.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, I'm just going back to what I said earlier. If you take away Grand Theft Auto 3, I think the PlayStation still exists, obviously, and still is huge. You take away Halo, there is no Xbox.
Yeah, literally. That's what I was saying.
That's my argument. Is I just feel like if you're coming more impactful, I gotta say it was Halo over GTA.
Yeah.
I gotta play devil's advocate. I think Grand Theft Auto saved PlayStation. I think it did, because if you look, Metal Gear was on PS1. It wasn't, it's good, but it wasn't saving the system. I think when you thought of PlayStation, you thought of Grand Theft Auto, because Xbox didn't get Grand Theft Auto until years later. I mean, that was the flagship game of PlayStation for like a good 5 years. Was like,
yeah, but PlayStation has. Here's another thing: the PlayStation and Xbox, to a lesser degree, they both have their niche games for niche audiences. Like, I'm gonna say the sports games, racing games, fighting games, all those. So if you're into that, you're gonna buy those new games for those specific types of games. Anyway, so it's not that it saved it. I mean, there's always a lot of options for different people.
Yeah, that's well said, Josh.
Yeah,
but Fisk does bring up a good point, though. It's really thought-provoking, honestly. Especially,
I do want to shout out Guitar Hero and my sports games, Madden, all those.
Yeah. I saw some people
I can't.
We're gonna get to the sports games. Don't worry.
Okay. All right.
All right. So I guess we're ready to move on to what we're gonna do as the final decade here, the 2010s, which honestly can still be felt right now because we're still really early in this decade, and there's a lot of carryover here. So that being said, Shaquille Oatmeal of the Round One Podcast. By the way, everybody, please subscribe to the Round One Podcast. Great podcast. If you love NerdCage Live, you love anime, if you love sports, and if you love video games, TV shows, anime, you gotta subscribe to the Round One Podcast. I promise you won't regret it. That being said, go ahead.
Stuff, man.
That being said, Shaq, go ahead, man. I just wanted to big you up.
I appreciate that, by the way. There's a lot of games from this generation that you could make a statement for. But it was a choice between two games for me that I don't really play but I recognize their impact. And I might get roasted for it, but I think they're two of the most impactful games of this whole decade.
Yeah.
And it's because they're still being played today. I won't say both, I'll say one of them, just in case somebody says the other one.
Yeah.
But I'm going to pick Minecraft.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Damn it, Shaq. You and I are we're like the hive mind, dude. Because I was going to say Minecraft as well. But that's all right. I have another one too, but I'll save it though.
You know what? It's to add to Shaq's argument, I don't mean to interrupt, but Minecraft currently holds the record for the most copies sold for any video game.
Yeah.
If you want to make, there you go. There's an argument right fucking there.
It's what?
It's the number one selling video game in the world. It holds the record. It surpassed Tetris.
Yeah, that's not surprising at all.
Tetris held the record for 20 or 25 years or something like that. Minecraft broke it.
Grand Theft Auto 5? I thought GTA 5 was the highest grossing game. So.
It might be highest grossing after all the add-ons, but even that, Minecraft is still probably after all the add-ons. I remember. Well, you said it first, Shaq, so you first. What else? What do you think about it?
Minecraft was a phenomenon when it came out. It was I just heard about it and was oh, that sounds cool. So I downloaded it on my computer. Me and one of my friends got into a server and we were messing around on there. And then when it came out on consoles, it'd be my whole friend group and stuff, we were building worlds and doing shit, and it was, even to this day, man, the shit that people do on Minecraft is mind-blowing.
Is it better than The Sims?
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, it's different.
It's different, but Minecraft, you could create The Sims in Minecraft. The shit people do in Minecraft is insane.
Yeah,
I've seen
you
people
just
build,
go on YouTube and just have a field day.
build full games inside of Minecraft. It's incredible.
I remember my friend Seth was yeah, I've been playing this game early 2011. Like you said, yeah, it's a cool little game. It's called Minecraft. I watched him play, and I'm like, what is this fucking shit? What is this shit that you're fucking playing? And then $4 billion later, when whatever Mahjong is a company that bought.
Yeah, Mojang.
Dude, the top YouTubers right now, the platform we're on, they're playing Minecraft. And I will say this, I didn't play Minecraft, but I did play games like Blood and Bacon and other games that have that style, Paint the Town Red. The Minecraft style, the whole genre, it started its own aesthetic of games. So yeah, I've come to like that blocky aesthetic that I didn't like initially.
I got no argument. I'm just going based on sales. Well, obviously Josh said what he said. Everyone's playing it, and then you go on YouTube, but to me, it's the sales.
I don't know if I'm the only one with kids, but kids they're all about Minecraft. They don't know any other fucking game, other than Minecraft. My daughter does,
but kids play it. I'm seeing the chat here. There's people who,
yeah,
their kids still play it. This, and that. So I have no argument. It's definitely not my pick, but she's got an argument there. But Fisk Vegas, you're chomping at the bit right now. So go ahead, man.
This is tough for me, okay? This is really the hardest one I had to do. Because in 2008, after, they just murdered Gears of War so I turned into a Madden pro. And for from 08 to about 2013, I would travel across the country and compete in Madden tournaments. So that was kind of my thing. So as I got older, all I played was Madden and 2K. That's it. I stopped buying video games. So I must say, I was a beast. I was deity level in a lot of Maddens. So this is hard for me. But I will probably have to say, the best game of the 2010s, it might be Madden 13. I was a beast in that game. I had my Green Bay Packers. That was Aaron Rodgers, had 80 speed, he had 99 throw power. Had my man Greg Jennings on one side, Jordy Nelson on the other, Clay Matthews on defense. I won a lot of money on Gaming Saloon. Shout out to GamingSaloon.com. won a lot of money on Gaming Saloon that year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I traveled to many people's houses and took a lot of freaking money. Thank God I'm still here and didn't get shot, stabbed, killed in the process. I put in a lot of work.
That was
Hey, no one's gonna cross Fisk.
No, that was the height of Madden Nation also. Like, I don't know if it was specifically 2013. I don't know if you competed in that, Fisk, but I love Madden, but I wasn't good enough to play in, like, Madden Nation or whatever. You know?
Man, I took a lot of people that you saw on the Madden bus, got their money taken about me too. You know,
Okay. I mean, Joe and I will tell you, they have Madden tournaments in Syracuse everywhere, every year.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Madden 10 because I was in college at the time, and I flew to
but that was
Pro Football
09.
Hall of Fame.
That was 09.
Yeah, that's why I didn't say it, because I was like, I remember I flew to the Pro Football Hall of Fame to play in a Madden 10 tournament.
Yeah.
Well, I think you're right though. I think Madden honestly peaked around 13, 14, even like Madden 25.
Yeah, because
it felt like a peak.
My favorite was Madden 09.
Oh yeah, I loved 09. 09 was a great year. Had my rocket catches with the Chargers that year. Shout out to Phillip Rivers and Vincent Jackson.
All right, my favorite's Madden 23 because it's the newest one that has the best
Well, here's the
graphics.
thing, Madden. Is no one gonna talk about the Madden curse? How that impacts the world of sports?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody gonna talk about that. Like,
I forgot who
Madden
was
had
on
the
it,
Madden
but,
curse.
Well, we're Giants fans, Jay. Our players don't ever end up on the cover. So
Yes. And another thing
Beckham
too.
on there? Beckham was on there though.
Like
Madden.
was
yeah, you're right. Beckham did get on there. He ain't been the same
He was on
since.
25, right? And then, oh no, that was Barry Sanders was on 25.
Dude, I brought my copy of Madden 13, the Giants training cap, hoping I'd get Odell to sign it.
Who was the guy from the Browns? He was on 12.
Peyton Hillis.
Yeah, he didn't turn into. Well, he was on the Browns.
I should have said 12 was a good year. 12 was a good year. I rock with 12 was a good year.
Hey, I'll say this: the NCAA, dude, this is like mind blowing to me. I was in the LGS, the NCAA 13 and 14, bro. They're like hundreds of dollars. They stopped making those games. Like,
they're coming back this year.
I was
They're bringing it
okay
back this year.
because I was like,
This is
whoa.
the first one since 2014, so it's been 9 years. This is the first one in 9
NCAA
years.
14 was like $130. I'm like, wait, what? Is that a mistake? He's like, no, it's not a mistake. So if you guys have your copies, your old copies of your college games, keep those too.
It's weird because I spent $100 a year to get the Madden, to get the ultimate copy of Madden.
Oh, okay.
And I remember being a kid in the 90s or early 2000s. Dragon Ball GT Final Bout was like $150. And I remember saying, I'll never pay $150 for a game. Well, fast forward about 15, 16 years later, I'm spending $1,000 a year on a video game because I want to get good luck cards. Times have changed.
I spend that on Magic. Not anymore, but I probably spent like $4,000 on Magic. But Madden Mobile though, I did play Madden Mobile too on my phone.
Hey, you know what?
It's easy. It's very addictive to get into it.
You know what? I think we gotta credit Madden. I think you know why? Because I think Madden was one of the first games to make you like the microtransactions.
Nah, I gotta think. I'll look into that because there's definitely other ones that were
because there was games that had add-ons, but like Madden is like, bro, you're spending $500 a year. Like,
no, what about CS:GO? That was probably one of the first ones to do it.
Who's the innovator there? Because I know Jay a lot of Jay's picks have been like innovator type picks. Which games kicked off this microtransaction crap? Like, what was the first game?
CS:GO, maybe, right? Wasn't
Shaq.
I feel like EA is notorious for that.
Yeah.
It's got to be FIFA or Madden. That's what I was thinking.
Overwatch was doing it too.
I think Joe's looking it up. I can tell. I know what Joe's looking it up.
I feel like Madden started, like Madden or some other EA game.
Oblivion was the first one with microtransactions.
Really?
It was first, but I'm talking about like buying the car, like
I get where Fisk is
the
coming from. Like, it took it to the next
microtransactions.
level, like where people were shelling out like ungodly amount of money for no reason when they didn't have to.
I'm gonna go on a limb and think. I think it was Madden because once Madden started doing it, then 2K did it, and then THQ did it with the wrestling games, and then you got shooters doing it to get special upgrades for guns and stuff. I think.
Well, no, Halo was. Oh no, that was Infinite though. That came out 2015. Yeah. And Overwatch has had loot boxes,
Yeah.
all that. World of Warcraft, you could buy characters and
Fortnite, I mean, obviously.
That was a separate thing, though.
But that was later on. But yeah, I think Fisk got a point there.
Yeah.
Microtransactions, and it's EA. It's not just men. EA in general. It's like notorious for it.
So,
yeah, Josh, go ahead. If you want to do your
if
pick.
I can't pick Minecraft, which I was going to, it's okay. Shaq, it's all right. I guess my second pick would have to be, because I'm seeing the impact of it now, and I guess I didn't, and I'm going back and replaying The Last of Us Part 1. Yeah, I'd say like that's one of the most popular games, and a game that a lot of people love and will say it's their favorite game of all time. Not me personally. I do like the game a lot, but yeah, I'd say The Last of Us is definitely a candidate.
I had a feeling someone was going to. I figured either you or
You know
Joe
what's
were
funny,
gonna pick
Josh? I have the same exact game.
I knew it. I knew for sure.
That's all right.
That's okay.
Oh,
We
good.
killed two
All
birds
right,
with one
okay.
stone right here, right now, because we're, because it's almost giveaway time, guys. But yeah, I knew. I had a feeling. I knew someone was gonna say Last of Us. I fucking knew it.
Okay.
Again, I've actually never played it, but I've watched the show, and oh boy, like I see the I definitely see the argument. Okay, I'll say this. I don't know if it's the best game of the decade, but I think it revolutionized storytelling in a game.
Yes.
That would be the one argument, but I can't for the life of me pick it as the best game of the decade.
Since I'm in between both of these, I mean, I'm going to go back with Minecraft. Again, that's obviously more, it's the better game. It's more impactful, but yeah, or one of those two. Those would be my top two.
Yeah, if I have to rival Minecraft, the only game that can rival Minecraft in a kid's eyes is Fortnite.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, you're right. I would probably pick Minecraft over, if I had to choose between the two as far as the decade. I'd probably choose Minecraft just because it's been around longer. That's just me.
I can agree with that.
All right, so do I spit my last one, or I'm gonna get so much shit. I'm gonna get so much shit here. Okay. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild was the best game of the last decade.
I knew you were going to say that.
It's not even my favorite Zelda game. It's not even my favorite Zelda game. But my God, how many copies it sold. It put the Switch on the map.
Yeah.
Every other platforming game has copied it. Everything from like Sonic Frontiers to Joe's goddamn Ginger Jedi games. Everyone's ripping off Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild, it put the Switch on the map. Listen, here's my argument. Nintendo was downtreading. Nintendo with the Wii and the Wii U. Nintendo was seeing a sharp decline. The Switch comes out, and what comes with the Switch? The launch title was Breath of the Wild. If you go to YouTube Gaming and search Breath of the Wild, people to this day are finding out shit, exploring shit, finding shit. It's mind-blowing, and it's beautiful. It holds up. I have my problems with it. It's not even my favorite Zelda game, but if I'm outside looking in, and the Switch is now almost the top-selling game system of all time. It's like it's about to cross that. The Switch is about to cross the most purchased game system of all time, and that's because of Breath of the fucking Wild. And Tears of the Kingdom. And people are happy. and coming off Tears of the Kingdom right now.
Yeah.
It's because of Breath of the Wild. It's a whole new shade of coat. Breath of the Wild, again, not my favorite game of the decade, not my favorite Zelda game, but from the outside looking in, I think Breath of the Wild is the game of the last decade.
I'm not hating on any of these. Minecraft, The Last of Us, Breath of the Wild, Madden, sure, I mean, these are all great. They're all great.
Shaq and Fisk look like they're ready to kill me.
League and it's very niche. I mean, I'm into the.
It's like the most popular game in the world or something.
Is it?
Yeah, it's the most played multiplayer game in the world, I think.
And I know Fisk Vegas is going to say, Jason, it's a single-player game. And you're right. But my God, like, if I'm looking at the sales, I'm looking at, like, the Switch. This game just carried the Switch. It's carried the Switch these past few years, and the Switch is almost the top selling game system of all time.
Shaquille, I'm sorry, was that your second game, Shaquille? Was that League of Legends?
League of Legends was going to be my other one, yeah.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Or The Witcher. I was
GTA
going to pick Witcher 3.
Oh, okay.
GTA 5 is it's one of my favorites, my top 10.
Up there, yeah.
I consider Overwatch, to your League of Legends. I mean, there is an Overwatch League, but any of these are all like very popular, good games. Fortnite, you said, Joe, definitely. Launched a whole store.
Yeah, as much as I despise it, I can't.
I mean, this decade was really hard to pick. It really was, because part of me was thinking about, well, what about Last of Us, even though it's not my favorite, but they're...
I tried to go unbiased because favorite.
But also think about it, Breath of the Wild came out in 2016. It's 2023.
No, totally, yeah.
That's what I'm saying, the longevity of it, and
Well, I had to go really unbiased, or else all my titles would have been Resident Evil games.
Sure.
I mean, it's like I said, I see everybody's argument here. I really do. So this is you guys had Minecraft, so in every fucking decade we all agreed on something, whether it was a game system or a game. But yeah, Fisk, you're quiet. I'm telling you, sometimes I feel like I betrayed you or something.
No, he just doesn't like any of these stupid ass games like fucking Minecraft.
See, two things is happening right now.
Okay.
Number one is about my bedtime, and then number two,
I feel that.
I ain't gonna lie to you, I can't believe I didn't bring up Mass Effect in the 2000s segment, because I remember Mass Effect was the first open world space game where you could just travel the planets when you wanted to and stuff.
Okay.
I miss Mass Effect.
I don't know shit about Mass Effect, but I know, didn't they fuck it up the last?
I think Mass Effect's best is yet to come, to be perfectly honest, because I think this Mass Effect 4 that's coming is going to be fucking amazing.
I see this one right here, and I'm like, I don't want to play that shit because I hear it's terrible, whatever it was. I don't know which one it is, but it's one of them.
I think Mass Effect 2 is probably the best one.
Oh, yeah.
That's what everybody says.
Alright, guys, those are all of our picks for every decade. This was a hell of fun. So here's what we're gonna do. It is giveaway time. But before we do our giveaway, I just want to again share I want to share personal messages to everybody, but I want our guests to go ahead and plug before we do this giveaway. Again, here's what's gonna happen, guys. We're gonna draw a wheel. We already have all of our entries, and they're already put on a wheel. We're gonna spin the wheel live. So unbiased pick. We're gonna spin a wheel. Everybody's got a legit chance. We're gonna do 3 spins. First spin will be a $50 Amazon card digital, which I will email you. You gotta email me back, and then I'll email you the card. Second spin, $100 Amazon card. You guys will get it on Saturday, you guys will get them on Saturday. And finally, the third spin will be the Xbox Series X, and you have 40 hours to reply to me. And if you don't reply to me, we're gonna spin again off air and pick another winner. All right, so you have 48 hours, and you gotta give me your shipping address. You better be in US or Canada. All right. That being said, Shaq, go ahead, plug whatever you want to plug, my guy. Oh yeah, and thoughts on all these games that we picked overall.
I think it was great choices by everybody. I don't think there was a bad game that anyone said. All these games are impactful in their own ways. But with that being said, go and check me out at the Round One podcast, as well on YouTube if you want anime, sports, video games, all that type of stuff. Go listen to the podcast. Go check out the YouTube. I do YouTube reactions to sports stuff, like if it's basketball, football, baseball, just historic clips, or react to that stuff. And then on Twitch, I stream 5 days a week. Tuesdays and Thursdays are throwback days. Every other day is a modern day. So yeah, go check me out there. And thank you again to NerdCage for having me.
Absolutely. We always love having you here. Keep on fire! All right, Fisk Vegas, man. Floor is yours. Your thoughts on all these games that we picked, and plug whatever you want to plug, my guy.
I think everybody had great picks. I do think that if we do something like this again, we need to do for fighting games only or something like that.
Yeah.
Really really spark some debate because, one guy goes action, the other guy goes RPG, the other guy goes fight game. I would love to just have it like us 5 just duke it out in one category for the best game of the decade. I think that would be good.
Yeah. That's a good idea. We can run it back.
Hell yeah.
Y'all can find me. Look, just type in Fisk Vegas on any platform and follow, subscribe, like, engage with the comment. All right. At the end of the day, I'm trying to build a social media army over here. So Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube. Just type in Fisk Vegas and follow, man. You know the vibes.
Hashtag Fisk Unit.
Y'all go ahead and do that. Get Fisk Unit tough. All right. When you Fisk Unit tough, you can catch bullets with your teeth. You can outrun Usain Bolt. And you can beat lions and crocodiles in one-on-one fights, okay? You get Fisk Unit tough, you're going to be a better person.
Amen. And I just want to add that you've been my voice of reason for the last few years, and we're happy to have you here. I listen to you every goddamn day, dude. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, Josh, anything you need to plug, my guy?
Nothing I need to plug. I haven't really been on YouTube. You can find me here more so than even on my damn channel. I don't still have time.
All right, no, we appreciate it. Again.
But I will say this. I'll do you one better about the this competition that even though it wasn't really a competition. People in the chat, let's do like either a poll or something. Maybe go on NerdCage on Facebook, NerdCage Nation. What do you think about our picks? What do you think was the best decade, or game of the decade for each one that we picked? And were we wrong? Did we say dumb shit? Did you like what we had to say? That's do that.
Joe will put up a post, and then we would love to see you guys reply. Absolutely.
Pick a winner, Do it.
All right, and then Joe, because I know you got to go to work, and I know, but go ahead. Tell them what we're doing tomorrow and Tuesday and next Thursday.
All right, tomorrow we go back to Mortal Kombat 11 Aftermath.
Ooh.
Yep.
So that should be loads of fun with all the Mortal Kombat news that's out in the world right now. On Tuesday, we go back to Metroid Prime Remastered, which has been loads of fun. And then next Thursday, that's the day, mark your calendars, people, because Brian Glynn, the original Shao Kahn, will be gracing us with his presence, so get your questions ready.
Yes. Okay. So we're gonna spin. Again, I just want let me just full screen myself real quick because I got an ego here. Again, I want to thank everybody who we had a surge in the channel when this contest went. We've been running the contest for a year, but when we announced that we were ready to take entries, we had a surge. Thank you. Thank you to everybody who entered. Thank you to everybody who screenshotted and shared. It helped us. Thank you to everyone who supported us from the beginning, through the lineup changes, through the good and the bad, the late streams, the technical problems, the watch party thank you to everybody who stuck by us. Thank you to everybody who participates in NerdCage Nation, Discord, and all that good stuff. I promise you guys, we're going to work hard to keep growing this channel. We're going to work hard to get more guests. We're going to work hard to do more giveaways. We'll probably do more smaller giveaways after this, but if you guys keep making our channel grow, we'll do another big giveaway. So, best of luck to everybody who entered, and we look forward to doing this, and we're excited. So that being said, Joe, say it. It's giveaway time. Do it!
It's giveaway time!
Yes! So I'm gonna pull up the wheel here, the wheel of names. So hold on, I gotta switch to the wheel of names here. Okay, everything's ready. Okay, and let me just pull it up on our. I gotta keep switching back and forth. Excuse me, guys. Whew, I'm nervous here. All right, there's the wheel, guys. There's the entries. We had over 30 entries. This is for the $50 Amazon card. And I better write this down so I don't forget the 3 winners here.
Well, it's on. It'll be on the stream. You can stream. Whatever. It's fine.
Yeah.
Put it in a notepad or something.
Yeah, I don't know if I have a notepad. It's whatever. Here we go, guys. Here we go. Spinning. Here we go. Spin. And the winner for the $50 Amazon card, Barra is our winner of the $50 Amazon card. I will email you. You have 48 hours to email me back, and I will email you the digital card. Congratulations to Barra. Thank you. So let me take him off the wheel now. So now you guys' chances increase a little bit. All right. For the $100 Amazon gift card. Here we go.
Farrah. Thank
Alan C. is the winner of the $100 Amazon card. And I think Alan's got 2 entries in here. Yes, he does. Again, your chances increase, everybody. $100. Again, Alan, if you're watching, you have 48 hours to reply back to me when I email you tonight. And then I'll get it to you on Saturday. All right, guys. Before we spin for the final spin, guys, I gotta play this promo real quick.
Finish him. I am Shao Kahn. Bow to me. Feel the power of Shao Kahn.
That's right, NerdCage Nation. Mark your calendars for Thursday, May 25th at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time as Brian Glenn, the original Shao Kahn for Mortal Kombat 2 and 3, guest on NerdCage Live. Oh yeah, where were we? Here we go. Last spin for the Xbox Series X, and I'm going to say this right here, right now. You have 48 hours to reply to me with your full information, or we're picking somebody else. Here we go, guys. The winner for the Xbox. Here we go. And the winner is Sean B. is our winner. If you are in the chat, I will email you. So that is our winner. Sean B is our winner.
Congratulations.
Yeah, Sean. Yeah, fine. Yeah, good job, Sean.
Hold on, let me play the, there we go.
Xbox man now.
Congratulations.
Yes. So congrats to our winners. And, again, everybody, thank you to everybody who entered. I mean that. And for those who did not win, we're going to do more giveaways.
Don't worry, we'll do more.
We'll do more giveaways. So we appreciate this, guys. All right, so I guess we can pretty much call it a night here. Is there anything else? Anything else from anybody?
Good, man.
All right.
No, man.
So as always, again, congrats to our 3 winners. We please ask you to like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell, and spread that shit like syphilis. So the USA, from yours truly, Syracuse, New York, New Jersey, New York City, North Carolina, to all our friends around the world at NerdCage Live on Paper, Round 1 Podcast, and Fisk Vegas Blue. As always, enjoy life. Stay safe. Eat your vegetables. Go to the gym. Do your push-ups. Be excellent to each other. Congrats to our winners once again. Thank you to everybody's support. God bless and good night. We'll see you on Twitch tomorrow night.
Good night.
Good night.
Peace. And
stick around for these awesome promos and get trapped in the cage. And we'll see you tomorrow.
Finish him. Shao Kahn, bow to me. Feel the power of Shao Kahn.
That's right, NerdCage Nation. Mark your calendars for Thursday, May 25th at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time as Brian Glenn, the original Shao Kahn for Mortal Kombat 2 and 3, guest on NerdCage Live.
NerdCage Live and gaming are a perfect match.
Shoot the J, Joe. Okay. Shoot it! All right.
Over on NerdCage Live on Twitch, Jay and Joe go live.
Call me Bazooka Joe.
It's all about you.
Kaboom!
Playing both old school and new school games every Tuesday night. Ooh, what a sight!
Jay, stop looking at her face and run.
But she's so beautiful!
So be sure to follow NerdCage Live on Twitch.
Run for your life, Joe! Run for your life, Joe!
Running.
Run faster! Oh no, Joe! The galaxy's doomed because of you!
To scratch your gaming itch.
Oh, nice kick, Joe!
Thank you.
Yo! That's diabolical! Wait. Yo!
That's twitch.tv/NerdCage Live. Ooh, trying to get out of the nerd cage, are ya? Well, before you go, hit that subscribe button. And if you're really intrigued, ring that bell. Thank you for dropping by. Until next time, tell everyone you know about NerdCage Live! Ah!